Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon and welcome back to Abyssal Legendary Hero Battles, where today we are taking down the Blazing Lion Roy, who has the wonderful gold Imperial Tiara, which frankly doesn't look that different, but you know, I'm a sucker for these bragging rights rewards. So yeah, we're going to be taking on this awful map. It doesn't look that bad, probably wouldn't be that bad if I just used like flyers and dancers and stuff, but just going in with a team that I actually like, it's worse than it looks, mostly because of the horrible reinforcements with horrible stat inflation. But what else is new with these? But yes, as always, the Angel Army will go in, beat up Roy, get the accessory, and then we'll call it a day. And as always, leading the charge is wonderful Daughter Morgan, rocking those new dragon flowers so close to the +5, but I just don't have enough flyers, unfortunately. I always need more flyers. Send flyers. And she is running close counter, but she is running a variety of other stuff that I usually don't run on her. This is the first time I've been using Keen Blarwolf, and well, it helped clear this. I might have been able to do it without it, but just being able to get like the one shot on a lot of these cavalry units that are running around, and because we're already kind of boxed in with how many reinforcements show up, being able to get rid of the cavalry units quickly as they approach, very helpful. Close counter to help with that, just also get chip damage on the non-cavalry units and wear them down so that we can take them out at the opportune moments. Swordbreaker is to help with Roy and also some of the tanky cavalry units with their horrible stat inflation. Drive Speed to help teammates, and Brazen Attack Def just gives her a little more of a cushion and impact in battle. Soleil also running some new toys. Steady Breath, Wrath, and Aether is still kind of her bread and butter, but we do have the new Wo Dao, and yes, your eyes do not deceive you, that is an attack refine on it. It was, frankly, it felt like the biggest waste of refining stones that I've ever done, and I refined Morgan's just for fun, but for this map I actually needed to get Wo Dao because her special wasn't killing an enemy and it was off by a little bit, so the extra damage was necessary. And when I def refined it, it turned out that I was still missing the kill by exactly 1 point. So a horrible attack refined Wo Dao is what we have now, and it just makes me sad to look at, so we're gonna move on. Everything else, drive res tactic, team support, basic stuff. Next up, Camilla, finally at 40 plus 6. She's getting there ever so slowly. The only real important thing here is distant counter is important for this map actually, but Blue Tomebreaker, because there's a really fast, really powerful blue mage, as you'll see. And then finally Xander, and this is his first time running his non-double distant defense setup. He's actually running Granny's Shield to help with AI manipulation, and Xander himself actually isn't that important as a combatant on this map. He's mostly just kind of like he's a mobile fortress. He's just like a home base that everyone kind of just revolves around, and he just kind of moves them to where they need to be. He does like, he's like a mobile base, and he just kind of tanks at like 1 point, and then other than that, he's just there to reposition people to where they need to be and provide drive speed. But I was actually, I'll go ahead and jump in, but it was actually amusing. I went to look at what skills I had on him, and I realized that I only gave him distant defense. So I gave him a bunch of new toys. I gave him steady stance 3, close defense, and Granny Shield, and I tried to use steady stance and close defense, but those both made the AI move in weird ways. So Granny Shield is what he's running this time, and we're going to beat up Roy. And yeah, let's get into this. This was definitely worse than like Legendary Shores. This is probably the most, I'd say it was worse than Hrid. maybe not. It was close. Both of those maps gave me a lot of trouble. But we're going to start like so. There we go. And first things first, we're going to be tanking this green bow. And I know Xander seems like the obvious choice for this, but he really isn't. It seems like that's the most obvious thing in the world. Toss Xander here. Turns out that will not let you win. We actually need to move him over here so that this blue mage will move this way. Otherwise he'll move down and we won't be able to get him and get out safely. Instead we need to move over here so that he will make his way towards Xander and we can take him out. Instead, Soleil is going to tank the green bow unit and the sword cavalier. Morgan and Camilla's positions don't really matter for this part. They just need to kind of be around, but we'll just get them over here for now. First up, sword cavalier makes first blood, but Soleil is still a wonderful tank even without her def refine. Even with this pitiful attack refine, it makes me so sad. Why? Oh, I should have taken the attack boon. Nah, I like her speed boon. Anyway, next we're going to have Morgan just obliterate the sword cavalier. But see, he's so tanky, even with effective damage and triangle advantage, we couldn't kill him in one shot. We had to do the double hit. But now, Soleil can take down the green bow, heal herself up with Aether. Your damage was meaningless. Fully healed. And now, obviously, we don't want to stay here because the blue mage will attack. So instead, we're going to have Camilla repo Soleil out of danger and get into position so that she can actually use DC for once, because usually that kind of is just a dead skill on her for these maps. But going to just obliterate this blue mage. But first we also need to get Xander out of here, so we're just going to move him over here like so. Sword Flyer comes in and attacks Morgan with his stupid B skill, but in doing so he actually blocked off his teammate from hitting me, so good job. Actually, I think it's because his teammate would have just immediately died because of his low res, but as you see, the blue mage attacks Camilla, and that was a fatal error because now he is no longer with us. But yeah, see, Morgan just destroys this Lance Cavalier, which is what we're going to have her do. We could actually move Camilla down here, but that actually improves Morgan's damage on the initial hit, which means we'll heal less with Aether, so we want Camilla away from her in this case. Just so we can get that extra little bit of HP cushion. Next we'll have Camilla move down here. Soleil's gonna come here, and now Xander repositions Soleil down here to the bottom corner because we actually need to tank a bunch of units this turn. And first Morgan's gonna take the green cavalier, almost drop down, but now her brazen's activated, which first the red mana key attacks Soleil, fortunately, which is why Soleil needs to be down there. Otherwise the red mana key does kill Morgan, just barely. But now the sword flyer does 0 damage to Morgan, and he survives with Miracle, but we do heal up a little bit. Or, no we don't. But we do have our Aether ready to heal up now off of this Axe Cavalier. But we don't want to be here because otherwise we're going to get hit by this Bow Fighter and Green Cavalier. We don't want any of that. So instead, we're going to move this way and attack from here, but she can't do it alone. So we're going to send Camilla over and ping him like so. Now that Camilla's here providing boosts, we can do it. Take him down, heal up, not quite to full, but enough to survive for now. And now Soleil will get her revenge on this red mana key with her Wodao boosted Aether attack. And now we just want to have Xander move Soleil over. This was actually very tricky to figure out this portion. I was initially trying to just tank like this green mage with Xander, but instead the green cavalier would just come over and attack Morgan. We don't want that. Actually, no, the big problem is we want the green cavalier to attack Soleil specifically, because as you'll see, for some reason he's stupid and he rushes down and attacks Soleil first just because he can do damage. And that blocks off this red Pegasus Knight from going and actually killing Camilla, so good tactics, guys. Instead, he's going to attack Morgan from the other side, and just that miracle goes to complete waste. Unfortunately, our Aether does too, but we took him down. Alright. Next, we're going to have Morgan attack the Green Cavalier, take him out. We're going to take a bit of damage in return, but otherwise he just is a menace, and he will destroy us, so get him out of the way now. But we don't want to be in Roy's warpath because Morgan is very beat up now. So we're going to have Camilla just move her over here. And now, likewise, we want to get away from this blue flyer, so we're just going to move over a little bit. Blue flyer attacks Morgan, but your resistance is futile, and your healing is null. Now we want to save this Aether, so we're going to have Camilla come over here. Morgan's going to get over here, so now we're out of Roy's way. And we're just going to end turn here. Soleil and Xander just need to chill there so that they break the Lance Dragoon off of Roy so he stops getting buffed. Camilla takes down the blue flyer, and now this Lance Dragon, I called him a Dragoon again, but before he was kind of staying next to Roy getting those buffs. Now he is not getting buffs, so he still hits pretty hard, but he won't immediately destroy us. But first, we're going to reposition Morgan over, do some damage to this bow fighter, heal ourselves up.
This is gonna be cool.
And now Morgan can finish the job. Fortunately, we don't get much health off of it, but we took care of him before he could take down our flyers. Now we're just gonna have Xander chill over here next to Camilla, get the boost off of her axe and our various drives and stuff, which lets us just barely tank this Lance Dragon. Can't do anything to him in return, but hey, we're living. And here's the axe fighter, the horrible axe fighter who makes us run an attack refined Wodao. Look at this. Ugh. Otherwise he would survive with 1 HP with a defense refined Wodao, and we would not be able to destroy him because next turn his wrath would activate and just destroy us if we tried to run away. And if we tried to take him out here, then this Lance Knight would just come down and attack someone. But now we took him out on their turn, so we have a turn to run away. First, we're going to have Morgan destroy the Lance Dragon, get him out of here with his low res, and we're going to, let's see, we want to move Xander up here so he's away from the red mage but still out of harm's way and clear space for everyone else to run away. Camilla's going to get out of there because Morgan has good res, but this red mage would still be able to do the 1 damage necessary to kill her, I believe. And now we're just going to have Soleil come down here. She can't get away, but she can tank 1 hit because she has wonderful mixed defenses. I just love mixed tanks, even if she's not particularly tanky compared to today's standards, but Now we're still surviving. We're going to send, we don't want to send any of these guys, but we do want to send Morgan to just siphon HP off of this red mage. Well, not off the red mage, but she's going to charge Aether so that we can use the red mage's friend, the Lance Knight, to just restore all our HP back. And for now, we need to just get everyone out of here. Get away from Roy. Roy is not a very nice guy. He's gonna beat us up, so we want to run away and beat him up first. Actually, Roy's probably pretty alright, but
What's next?
we're going to get our HP back now, as I promised. Not quite as much as we would have liked, but it is enough that we'll be able to survive a hit. We're going to send Camilla to take down the Lance Knight. And now we're going to get her away from Roy. And Soleil can't take him, but she can just move Morgan down and Morgan will protect Soleil. Roy does 10 damage and will return with a pretty powerful counterattack that gives us just enough that we can finish the job. Take him out, Morgan. Victory! And with that, we have obtained the gold Imperial Tiara, which I guess, I guess we'll just put that on. Let's just put that on. There you go, Xander. That it doesn't quite match as good as the other one, but you know what? It's fancy, so we're gonna use it. There we go. So yeah, that was one very obnoxious stage completed, but thank you as always for watching. Until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon and the Angel Army signing out. And hopefully the next Abyssal map is nowhere near as bad as this one.